Welcome back to episode 3 of the Rustic Lumber Store Adventures. In our previous video, we had made it to the sawmill and got to check out the 500-year-old Jatoba log. In this video, the team heads over to the warehouse to meet with Steve. We'll be taking a tour of the facility and going over our inventory that is due this summer.
Here it's actually a little bit more speed because we have a lot more people. Crazy production right now because of the river tables and orders going out.
Yeah.
And big orders with big wood. You know, we can fit a couple hundred 8-footers, but when you get 20-footers in there, you can only get a handful.
Yeah, and a lot more work to move it.
Oh yeah. So like in the morning, there's like 20 guys that move around. Every day, we move the shop. So all the ones that are ready with resin, they come out, they fill it up with new orders, and what orders are priority and which ones are not. And so you'll see right now, today we're gonna load 2 containers. One going to Madrid and one going to Czech Republic.
Really?
Crazy. They'll do the quality control, they'll build the packages here, the container's gonna back into here, and we'll shove in the wood and send it out there. And so you see we just had to open up the shop. We're gonna put a new order in there. So we had another order, stop it, put another order in. So this is all new, right?
Yeah,
this part, we just closed this off. This is all the river table section. Okay. So up top is where we're going to do the finishing, and down below is where we're going to do the...
This is, what that species called?
Sainillo.
Yeah.
Sainillo. It's like the olive wood. Here, careful behind
you. What size of table are these right here?
42 by 8 feet. Okay.
What was the sizes you were doing?
42 by 6, 7, 8, 9 to 12 feet.
Oh, okay.
But our goal is, it's 1.5 inches, right? So this is like 42 board feet.
So after this, then they orbital sand this?
Orbital sand it, yeah. Our ideas, so they're turnkey, finished, 100%.
Steve proceeded to show us the epoxy tables he'd been working on. The tables are made and sold as completed. All that needs to be done is that they need to be mounted on wooden or steel legs. These tables can range anywhere between 4 feet to 12 feet long. In here, he showed us exactly which tables he's been working on and what different colors, the experiments they've been trying, and the shelves they built to house all of the tables. Steve also explained that they'd been working on crosscuts, and he showed us what they looked like rough and also what the finished product looked like as it was ready to go out. This was a new project for the team, and in order to create quality product, they understand the time and care and patience that it takes to work with the epoxy and these slabs, giving them a new appreciation for the epoxy workers. Upstairs, he showed us their sanding process and what they do to get everything down to a nice smooth level for the epoxy tables. They've talked about that they have a few shipments already ordered and ready to go out, and they plan on releasing and doing more later this year.
Check this out. This is like a forest of crosscuts.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do back. So here, you can come back here.
Are these all sold, or is this is all?
No, these are all available. So you can see they're not sanded.
And you guys dig all the way back here? Someone's like,
I want that one. Okay, guys, come over. One by one, pull them down, take that one out.
No, I actually didn't like that one. Let me put it back.
Yeah, exactly. No, hey, don't worry. Okay. Because you know what? It's our turn this time around to do that. When it gets to your shop, you'll have to do the same.
Yeah.
So you'll see teak. We have all kinds of different species here. Small, big.
What's this one right here?
What are the last 3 letters? Guayaquil. G-Y-A, Guayaquil.
It ends. That's the end.
Oh, that's the end. Right.
Back around the other way. Yep.
So basically, when you look at the pictures, you tell me just the code.
Yeah.
And then I send it to the inventory guys, and they'll search that code, and then okay, it's H5.
Yep.
So they come to H5, okay,
and then find it.
Boom. And then they'll write your name on it.
Steve continued to tour us throughout the warehouse, explaining more of the ins and outs and the process of what it is to organize, categorize, and ship out the shipments out to different countries and businesses. This led our conversation into the energy that's used by the area and the district itself, and how they go about preserving and using
energy. What's expensive? Heat. So with the boilers. Right now it's peak hour, so they have it low flame and we don't have the electric motors going. Peak hour, the electricity is more expensive right now. So here, 24/7.
And how old is these boilers?
Holy hell.
I don't know, 100 years old. That's crazy. 80 years old.
Is both of them running or just one?
No, we just run one at a time. Here, throw some wood in there.
Yeah. Just grab it. Whatever's left over.
You gotta chunk it in there. So there's a guy here 24/7. But a lot of people in the northern states, they use to heat up their shop. You get up there,
They'll use the water boiler. It heats up their floors.
usually it's a small, it's same exact thing, but
way smaller.
this big.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here it's, we'll use one for, 2-3 months, switch to the other one, maintenance to the other one, go back and forth using one and the other, and still space to grow.
So when this thing's running at full max, how quick is it? Like, how long would this pile last here?
Oh, just a couple hours.
So someone's almost just going nonstop.
Non-stop, that's what, yeah, it's right now, it's like, it's dead, it's peak hour for electricity.
Yeah.
But you come here at nighttime, he's steadily feeding. Every now and again, once in a blue, well, not anymore because we have a lot of kilns going, but like the days that we have like 3 kilns open or stopped, whatever, and he's used to his rhythm, you'll hear the valve. I'll be doing work in the office right next door.
Got too much pressure.
Too much pressure in the, so it'll blow off. But yeah, all very simple. They actually even have a generator, a steam generator. So it actually uses the same vapor, the same steam in the turbo to.
So then you can make your own power.
Exactly. For like right now, peak hour, it's ideal. Right? We have the energy, we have the source of energy. Produce your energy to replace, the energy of the high cost energy. It goes to a local carpenter here.
Okay.
And they make furniture or something like that.
Yeah, so they're selling dry.
Right.
Lumber.
So they have a couple small kilns. So here's one.
Is this other people's lumber
This
here?
is other. Yep. This is the furniture manufacturer's lumber.
Okay.
Right. So remember, we're part of a big manufacturer. We'll see it at the end.
This wing is used to house the kilns that the company uses. Zach was the only one that was brave enough to go inside and experience exactly how dry the air is and then how long it would take to dry the wood.
That's what's so nice. We have the ability to grow and grow and grow and grow. So look, these are kilns. Kiln.
Yeah.
They're just used as storage. So 8 years ago, there was only 2 kilns.
This used to be all plywood manufactured.
Back in the heyday, there was all built for plywood. So it was truckloads, it was a big process. Every day, 2-3 kilns would open up, because it would only last, 2 days for the plywood to dry out. So we just finished, so this one we built like 6 months ago. We just finished this one a couple weeks ago. And then now we're starting on that one. Very simple.
Yeah.
So it's an angle grinder. Yeah. It's an angle grinder.
You just got a sprocket on there.
A sprocket on there from the chainsaw.
Yeah.
And it's not welded. It's all bolted on, so you can remove it at any moment. It's just bolted on. It's a steel frame.
That makes a lot of sense for this area right here. For this.
So they were burning up a motor. So like in my office, I have a big box of pistons and cylinders for the chainsaw.
How were they burning them up? Not mixing gas, right?
Well, what it is they would take the gallon of gasoline and just pour it in. They wouldn't shake it up before pouring it in. So it lasts a month. And remember, these are running 14, 16 hours a day. Like, it's all day, every day. Well, that's the other thing, is they'd spend sometimes 5-10 minutes just to start it up.
Get flooded.
Gets flooded, exactly, yeah.
Someone's standing around.
Call the mechanic, he comes down, just to pull out the spark plug, clean it out, dry it out, and start it up.
Steve talks to us about a fire that took place last year that took out almost all of his inventory. What's left is a charred root ball that they have intentions of harvesting and using after brushing off the debris and ash, giving the wood harvested a nice smoke-colored look. And now we've come to our inventory. Here we discussed what areas will have filled with epoxy and what colors, as well as what are the final dimensions that will be made and corrections after filling the slabs with epoxy. We at Rustic Lumber Store truly appreciate the time, work, and effort Steve and his company put into their business. Steve talked to us about other companies that thought the job was quote-unquote easy. He explained it as, they feel that they could order a bunch of wood, not understanding the cost of everything and having the means and the process to sell their inventory, end quote. He goes on to explain, there aren't many people who can do what you guys do. We can send you a shipment in November and you can turn around and sell everything by spring. By then, you've already picked out your next order and you're ready for it by the summer. And because you make quality products, it adds value to your company and in turn adds value to our company. We here at Rustic Lumber Store value our relationship with Live Edge Slabs Costa Rica and feel very honored to have the opportunity to work with them. Through this company, we are able to build furniture with rare woods. It was explained to us that our Jatoba log is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and that there will never be another log like it. This tree is over 500 years old and we couldn't be more excited to give it a new life, to have it passed down from generation to generation. Thank you for watching this video. Please stay tuned for our final episode in the entry where we interview Steve and ask about his process, how he got started, and where he wants to see his company go. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.